ago, the Conservatives made a pre-election promise to offer 30 hours free childcare to many parents, and in September that should become a reality. But there are questions about whether nurseries here in the South East can actually afford to deliver on the government's promise. Here's Bhavani Vadi.
That was Isla, was it?
That's that nursery.
It's serious stuff,
Look, Aldi.
especially the question of how it should be funded.
Hello.
Look, there's that
Currently,
one.
all 3 and 4-year-olds can receive 15 hours of free childcare per week during term time. And from September, that government-funded entitlement will double to 33 hours for certain working parents. But there are questions over the implementation of this key election pledge made by David Cameron.
It was a big consideration when I voted, and it was a big sweetener, and I think it would have been for a lot of working parents. The childcare is a massive expense to us, and it's a big consideration. My concerns now are how it's going to be executed.
Nurseries are already managing with very, very tight ratios. Their staffing is incredibly high, which is fantastic for us. But actually adding in those extra hours, I think, could be a concern.
To take up the offer of 33 hours of childcare, both parents or a single parent must earn the equivalent of 16 hours per week at the national minimum wage.
Who's that down there, on the left?
Earn less than £100,000 per year. But I've been in touch with a number of childcare settings across the South East that have serious concerns that a policy aimed at helping working parents may actually backfire.
The owner of this day nursery in Hove says she's already underfunded for the 15 free hours she provides, and that doubling the free provision may put nurseries like hers out of business.
The stumbling block is the promise was free, but the government can't afford to fund it completely free. They cannot afford our fees, and our fees do not exist because we're making millions of pounds a year. They exist because we need to pay our staff and all of our bills. But if the government just accept that it simply is not free and that it is just a subsidy, and it's a healthy subsidy, it's a good reduction, it's not something that won't benefit parents.
But this is a fundamental change to the Tory party pledge.
Huge, it's huge.
So are nurseries in the South East planning to offer additional 3 hours? Last year, the Department for Education carried out a survey of childcare providers on this issue. We did some maths and found that in the wider South East, 90% of early year settings in that survey currently offer free 15 hours of childcare. And according to our figures, 45% of providers from that survey plan to offer places to working parents using the 30 hours funded entitlement. Childcare campaign groups have warned that the funding shortfall may force prices up outside the free nursery provision, and that some nurseries will refuse to offer 33 hours altogether.
The reality is in the South East that actually the capacity and available capacity is considerably less than elsewhere. So that certainly is one factor. So it's quite clear we're going to have a
There's James again.
in terms of the South East. And of course costs are considerably higher in the South East and many parts of the country. I think the main policy was delivered and announced on the hoof. We've had no consultation, limited consultation, and the reality is the funding is grossly inadequate, and you can't make that work.
The government has promised a record investment of £6 billion per year in childcare by 2020. Will that be enough to make this election pledge a reality for working parents in the South East?
Joining us now from Crawley is the